All right, what's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? Welcome to the first episode of the Rich Off Creating podcast. We're your host. I'm Sean.
Wayne.
All right. So just a brief overview. Give a little background on myself. Sean Grant from South Florida. Photographer. Been shooting 2 years. Two and a half.
Yeah, 2.5, yeah.
Yeah, like 2.5 years now. Have our own studio. Specifically, love to shoot maternity. Love to shoot campaign work. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so Wayne started photography around the same time, 2.5 years now. Co-owner of 2711 Studios. We're actually sitting in 2711
Facts.
Studios right now. Co-founder of the brand Rich Off Creating. You know, wearing the merch right now. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Also, favorite style of photography right now is maternity. Love doing maternity photography. Love doing branding. High-end portraits overall. Yeah, you know, that's a lane.
For sure. So what? We've been back in studio 3 days now from the break.
Not even two.
2 days.
2
From the
days,
break.
yeah. We took a long break in December.
Little 2-week break after working 365
Yeah.
days, pretty much.
Yeah, that's one thing. We haven't taken a lot of breaks in 2023, but we kind of changed that for 2024. We kind of made sure we block off the time necessary for that balance, you know, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, especially the hot season with Christmas, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When it was time to, do our shoots, because, we had the studio rental as well. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, it used to stress me out having to think of concepts. I'm not going
Yeah.
to cap. And I think that's when I really felt like a little bit of what burnout could feel like. Because
Yeah, that's
remember,
true.
we booked, 10, 12 hours out of the day. And then we still, got to stay after to put together a concept for a client. And
Yeah, and then people still expecting that quality
Yeah.
that you started out. You kicked out the top of the year crazy. So people are expecting those same fire shoots for themselves because, of course, they're paying their money. But when you have, what did we do, like 60, 70 holiday shoots?
yeah.
And then now to have to, mix that in with
The
high-end maternity
maternities,
shoots,
'cause we
personal
had
brandings.
We
Like,
had a
yeah.
decent amount of maternity in
Hell
December,
yeah,
too.
for sure.
And branding.
Yeah, for sure. So to still have to turn out this amazing work on top of having, to do all these holiday shoots and, manage these studio rentals.
Yeah.
That's definite burnout at the end of the year, man. It was crazy.
Man.
Yeah,
So
that break
too-
was well needed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, but just to touch on our first topic, since you brought up our clients expecting,
That heat.
that heat, that
Yeah,
gas, that fire.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. So I'm saying when we edit, I'm gonna post it on the screen so y'all can see. But what was your favorite? And sometimes, majority of the times last year, our favorite looks were our viral looks. So give me your 2 favorite looks that you did. I ain't even gonna say 3. Your 2 favorite looks.
2.
Yeah, if you can narrow it down to 2.
We had bangers though. We had
Yeah,
bangers.
we did.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite that I'm always gonna hold dear to my heart was that Cali look, just because it was so out the box.
Yeah.
For a maternity shoot, it was just different. It's a look that I've never seen done before,
No,
right?
yeah,
And
that's
then
101.
and the pieces that pulled together to make that look, and just the composition. The style, the lighting, that look was crazy. Bro.
Fam, you got to send me that
Crazy.
picture because I want to show them
Yeah.
what you drew the inspiration from. It was nothing there.
Yeah, it was
You know
nothing
what I'm
there. It was
saying?
nothing there. It was nothing
And I feel
there.
like that's what made that look
It was-
so special.
It was that
bruh.
picture that I saw of that girl Virginia House
In Mexico.
on Instagram. It was she was in Mexico, and I just saw this overhead shot, and I was like, yo,
Got
if we could take these pieces and put these together with or heavy floor work, because that's one thing.
Yeah.
That
for
floor
sure.
work is in our bag. So if we can mix that in, I knew it was gonna be stupid.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna try to pull up that picture just so everybody can see
I'm gonna think
you
of
took
one
that.
more look.
Yeah.
But let me hear what you think is your favorite look, and then we can go back and forth with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
my
see.
first favorite look that we did. I gotta say that hair campaign we did for D Enhancer,
bro.
that's one of my
That
favorites for
went
sure.
stupid.
Yeah,
That
went
stupid.
stupid, and
Yeah.
I'm I mean, the concept was crazy. Like, so I'm saying from
It's
when we,
also a lighting I've never seen before. Like,
yeah, that
put
lighting
together-
was crazy.
Oh,
That lighting was crazy.
man,
That was like
I've
what,
never-
5 lights,
Bro.
I'm gonna pull it up. So I'm saying I'm
Never
gonna do a
seen
little
it before.
diagram and show it
Yeah.
on the screen. But yeah, that was a 5 light setup. I think that was special to me because of what it did after the fact. It didn't go up at first, but then like a week later, it
Yeah, it was
caught
a sleeper.
traction. Yeah,
It was a sleeper.
I think we ended up at like 230,000 views on the reel.
That's one thing with
Yeah.
Instagram too. Like sometimes when you drop it, it doesn't do everything it needs to do. But give it time. Like
Give it
yo,
some time.
It could
yeah.
go. It could go. Yeah.
So that was definitely one of my favorite looks, and of course because it was campaign, and but we got a 6K
campaign, like,
hair
right
campaign
after-
right after that from that video. So
Yeah.
I mean it had all the elements. It got us booked. Like,
Yeah.
it was spec work too, so it got us booked. So
And that booking was what, that week.
yeah.
Yeah, that week after we dropped it on Instagram, like we got that DM from a brand that was a good size too. Like, yeah, shout out to bro.
And he wasn't even located down here in Florida. He
Yeah.
was from North Carolina. He trusted us.
Yeah, and
to
ship
send the
the products in.
pieces.
That's
you know,
one thing that we
yeah.
gotta also think about is like photographers. Like we're not limited to the locale that you're in. Like,
Facts.
you know, especially when it comes to brand work, commercial work, you have the autonomy. Like, yo, people can send stuff in. Like, yeah, you have that freedom, bro. You can really get a bag. Like, you know what I'm saying.
Facts.
Spec work though, you gotta do the
Spec work, yeah, you gotta do that spec work, man.
So I'm saying you gotta show the people what you have in your bag,
Yeah.
bro. So I'm saying,
So that's
and
one
that
of my
look,
yeah, one of my favorites for sure. It hit all the boxes for me. Got us the bread.
Yeah.
Like it
That's
was
for sure.
different. Like yeah.
it was different. It was different. Like the way you composed a couple of those shots, bro.
Yeah.
Posing, fam.
Crazy.
The bag that you went into for those poses,
Yeah.
bro.
Crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, man. I love that. That was a good
What's
shoot.
your second one?
I gotta say it's something, and it's not. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It wasn't a favorite of mine, but it's something that I liked, but it did numbers. Was that Misha shoot? That painter's room? Yeah.
Hey, listen.
That painter's room, bro.
Fam, that was crazy because I saw that on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
It was circulating Twitter like thousands of people like, yo, this is
Because
crazy.
it did straight on our page, but like the reach that I saw was from other people like reposting the work.
Reposting it,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm saying like people who just saw it and like Pinterest.
Pinterest, yeah.
Stupid.
An honorable mention was that diamond
Bro.
look. That went crazy on Pinterest.
All right,
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
I'm swat that out, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this, right? And that's what I was getting at, right?
Yeah.
The fact, the look, the painter's room,
Yeah.
it was cool, right? It was cool. It was different, right? Also something that I never saw in the maternity space, right? But it's funny because not even get off topic, right? Somebody had commented on our picture like months later, right? Of somebody else doing that same shoot, right?
Yeah.
Right? And we never saw it.
Never
right?
saw
of
it,
course,
yeah.
right? But somebody commented on like showing the same shoot, and it was like, yo, damn. But for sure, like that look was different. It's something that we saw Lindsay Adler do in a completely different concept. We brought it to maternity in a different way, right? But it was crazy. But Diamond.
Yeah, no, that diamond
Bro.
one was crazy. It's not even on Instagram. Can't post
Yeah,
it on IG.
and which
but
is why it wasn't like, it wasn't something that like was too top of mind.
top of mind, yeah.
Right? Even though that look, bro, the lighting again.
I want to say though, that's probably our most viral look because I mean, like it didn't even make it to IG or Twitter,
Yeah.
but what it did on Pinterest, I
On
think it's
Pinterest,
at
yeah.
800,000 impressions, like 5,000 saves, maybe.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm saying so.
But a lot of our looks this year is like the ones that went crazy really came from just doing very good lighting, bro.
Yeah.
Very good lighting, bro. Just
Yeah.
getting in that lighting bag and just like, bringing out these shots that you wouldn't typically see, being shot in that way, bro. You know what I'm saying? But those definitely, I will say, is our solid top 4.
Yeah.
Solid top 4 for 2023, bro.
For sure. Wait, I said 1, 2, and then I didn't get
Oh,
my
because
second
you,
one yet.
yeah,
I
you
didn't get my
didn't
second
say,
one.
yeah.
Okay. Second one. Gotta be. My bad. Let me go.
Cause
I'm just unprofessional. I gotta go on IG real quick. I can't.
I'm about to say, bro, if you don't mention that Lindsay look, yeah, you're asleep,
Oh,
bro. If you don't mention that,
yes.
the look that you did for
No.
Basketball Wives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lindsay. Okay, yeah. That Lindsay look for sure. I
Yeah.
feel like that was out of the box too for
Bro.
us, and it was also first time on TV.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Love and Hip Hop. Sorry, no, Basketball Wives.
Shout out
My
to Basketball
apologies.
Wives.
Yeah,
Shout out to the
Basketball
team for
Wives.
that. You know, that was a good look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it was cool because she gave us like the space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she trusted us enough to. She just told us, garden.
Yeah.
And we put everything together. I'm gonna show this on the screen too. But we put everything together. In terms of like, we made the flowers from scratch.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we made that mountain look. We
Mixed the concrete,
mixed
all
the
that
concrete,
from scratch.
everything.
Yeah.
So
That was one of our biggest like sets put together too,
For
like
sure.
for that year, for sure. Yeah.
for sure. It didn't really go viral per se, because I'm sure Instagram shadow banned it because of nudity.
Yeah, the nudity. Yeah.
Yeah, but nonetheless, like it was a super strong look.
They did
Know what
shadow
I'm
ban
saying?
it because we checked the
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
They
they did
did.
shadow ban it. Unfortunately, but strong look.
Strong
bro.
look. Yeah, I mean,
Concept was strong, lighting was strong. Yeah.
I think 2023 was really every year so far since we've been open, 2019 has been like a step. But I think from 2022 to 2023, the work we were doing,
Yeah.
that's the biggest gap year for me. Like, so I'm saying, because I can actually use this opportunity to go into our next topic. Because one thing we did and what we acknowledged after the fact was in 2022, we had a period where we didn't really do any sets.
Yeah.
We didn't do any setups. We didn't do anything crazy in terms of like,
Because we were trying
props.
to focus.
But we locked in and learned
Yeah.
lighting. So I'm saying, so
Trying to
2022, we really locked in, learned lighting. And then once we mastered lighting, I think that's when we brought back props. And,
Yeah.
So I'm saying specifically with between like Daniela's look in the 2022, Cali look.
Daniela's look in 2022 was also something that kind of pushed the needle in the maternity space, and what we saw people starting to repeat a lot of that look.
Yeah.
Especially
for
like
sure.
the stroller elements. Like a lot of people kind of took that and started running with that.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And that was our first like moving back into doing sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I say that to say, because that's one thing we acknowledged, and I remember we spoke after the fact, and we were like, yo, other photographers should do something similar, like, lock in and learn, like, lock in, become a nerd about, like, your one specific aspect of photography.
True, yeah.
So I'm saying, so I want to ask you, like, if you could, like, give 3 tips to a new photographer in 2024, like, what should they be focusing on? What should they do? Where should they start? Like, what do you think? And then I'll share what I think.
So I think some photographers' goals are different. You have the people who are, extremely creative. They want to get into the space to do, push the needle, do these creative concepts, really step into their bag in that type of way. You have a lot of people who come into the photography industry, to just make money, take a picture and turn it into $1. What I would say for either of those is, to become a nerd about about lighting. Because you can accomplish success regardless of your goals right there if you just get into your lighting bag.
Facts.
Right? If you spend a lot of time just understanding how to light, in what conditions, what situations, and if you get so good that you can walk into any room at any time and have like 5, 6 easy, lighting techniques in your bag, bro, I think that's easy way to success right there.
Facts.
It's an easy way to success because it means that whatever your client is going to put in front of you, you understand the technicalities already. Because a lot of times clients show us, things that we've never shot before, right? Like references that we never shot before. But because we understand lighting, we know how we can accomplish these shots.
Facts.
Yeah, so that's definitely, my top tip is, to become a nerd about lighting. Because regardless if your aim is to just make a quick buck or photography, or your aim is to to dive deep and really contribute stylistically to the industry, lighting is the way to go. Yeah,
for sure. All right. So lighting, 100% agree.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that is the number one tip, because we've seen where like, okay, you have you could walk in the studio. You could do that shot with our standard at our studio is just the umbrella.
Yeah.
The big parabolic umbrella.
That's what we just, keep up.
Keep up. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen like, that flat because we used to do that and like before 2022. But then something as simple as adding like, a strip with a grid.
Yeah, for a rim light, a background light, separation, yeah.
So I'm saying we seen how that could like really make a shot more dynamic.
Facts.
Just that simple little light hitting them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a rim light. My second tip to a new photographer would be to find their niche sooner than later. So I'm saying?
Yeah.
Find your niche sooner than later, and it's so crazy because there's money in every niche. I don't think there's a right niche. So I'm saying I think there's a niche that's right for you, and what you're passionate about. But I think we've seen the benefits of really locking in and cultivating specifically our maternity experience.
Yeah,
and we've seen like how it's exponentially exponentially grown our business financially for sure. But just like how much we know and how much we're able to tailor that experience and really lock in to where it's like,
because you would consider yourself not even it goes without saying, but you can easily consider yourself a leader in the space.
For sure. And I feel like it's because we really locked in. Like once we started to get our maternity shoots and start to take them seriously, I think we learned like just the little things about like an expectant mother that really sets us apart, like having cold water, making sure it's at least two of us on set, having a seat nearby, and really not rushing the maternity shoot experience for them. Because
so the details that somebody else wouldn't even be thinking about. Yeah, that's true.
So I'm saying, I feel like when you lock in on a niche, you're able to like really give that ideal client, your ideal client, like it's gonna be whether it's going to be a woman, 25, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you're able really to cater to them musically. It goes so deep, like, once you know your niche. So I'm saying, so.
But what do you think, like, how do you think somebody finds that niche, though? Because, people say, I'm a new photographer. I'm just getting out there. I'm trying to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you find your niche?
Because I would say, like, a good way to find that niche is to do everything.
Yeah.
And then, start to pay attention to the things that you're good at, the things that come natural to you.
That's right.
Because it's like you say, like, don't waste your time trying to fix your weaknesses, right? Like, playing to your strengths.
Playing to your strengths, yeah.
So if you do a lot of things, you can find out, like, what it is that you're good at.
Yeah, definitely. Natural. I think you should shoot everything you kind of have an interest in. Like, of course, you out the gate know, like, things you're not interested in. Like, you're not necessarily interested. We're not necessarily interested in working with pets too much. And
kids, stuff
things like that. So you have your barriers, of course, your limitations. But I say, shoot everything. And then you can, I think it's multiple ways. Because you can have a situation where you go viral for one thing. Or like you have a hit with one thing.
Yeah.
And that inspires you. Once you have that hit with one thing, you're like, oh, snap.
Yeah, you
like,
get
let me lean
hungry,
into this. Like, maybe I'm good at this naturally.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so you have that aspect. Or it's what you can afford in terms of your situation. Like, the maternity experience was a little bit better for us, for lack of better words, because we have a studio. So I'm saying we're able to block off chunks of time
to prepare for these shoots,
these larger productions. But if somebody who may not necessarily have a studio and things like that, that may not be your route because you may not be able to cater and bring that same experience.
Yeah.
So I think it's also looking at your resources, where you are right now in your career with photography, and just deciding based on that. Or you get a hit and you like,
you just roll with it,
Yeah, I'm finna lock in.
and not to like get caught up in like the likes or the views, but
Facts.
Yeah, sometimes those are the cues.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to the stage that we're at, where we have a couple thousand followers on Instagram, and we kind of know who's in our audience on Instagram. It kind of becomes like a cue. So you kind of get to see what it is that they do like, what they don't like, what they're leaning towards. So that's like a meter for you.
Yeah.
So I guess that is the judgment point. If we see that, we've done 5 of these type of shoots and everybody loves these shoots, right? Then we know, like, we got to press the gas for that one, right? That's our lane with that,
Exactly.
That's true.
What would be your third and final tip? to a new photographer in 2024?
One thing I would say, bro, and you would think it goes without saying, but a lot of people have this thought process that, you know, they're not going to follow what anybody else does, right? Yeah. But I think the easiest way to get from like point A to point B with this photography game is to focus on somebody else, right? Like if you can't afford to pay for like mentorship and coaching, you can easily get to at least close to somebody else if you can start to like focus on what they do and try to replicate that, right?
Facts.
Because it's kind of difficult to learn something if you have 15 different teachers, right? Because if you're going to go on YouTube and you're going to look at this guy, the next guy, the next guy, the next guy, the next guy, you might think that you're picking up, you know, little pieces from everybody. But when you're first starting, that could be a big distraction because everybody has a different approach to how they get a shot, you know, how they approach a session. So if you can focus on, you know, locking in on a certain creator who has, you know, a bunch of education about something, right? Yeah. You can really lock in and get to somewhere really quickly. And then after you get to the point where you're comfortable getting into a session and, you know, executing, then you can start to, like, you know, branch off. Because do your own thing. Yeah, because I would say a big part of my success is, you know, in photography is locking in and focusing on, you know, certain people, right?
Yeah, whose style you like. And
exactly, right? And when I say locking, I mean I probably watched all of their videos.
Look at every all piece of their work to when they first started.
Bought an ebook, right? Kind of really understanding their approach to their work. And that way, you know, I'm at least proficient when it comes to, you know, to what they're teaching. And after that, you know, I went out and dipped and dived and started tapping in with other people, kind of, you know, branching out to different styles, but at least, like, you know, I was proficient in that way. Yeah. So a tip would really be, you know, to lock in, find somebody that, you know, you can identify with the work and you can understand what they're teaching and really run with that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's facts. And I mean, just to name a few, is a major one was Lindsay Adler.
Yeah, shout out to Lindsay Adler.
Shout out to Lindsay Adler.
Yeah, shout out to Ian Hippolyte.
You
know, he just got that contract, you know, that Canon UK. Yeah, shout out, you know, congratulations to bro, yeah.
Flow Shop.
Yeah,
Flow Shop was heavy. I think I watched every Flow Shop video and maybe every Lindsay Adler.
But these are the people, you know, who shaped our portrait work, made us sharp in that regard, you know. Facts. Kind of made us focus on lighting. Yeah, so shout out to them, you know.
For sure.
Big parts of our success.
For sure. All right, so those are 3 tips, you know, that a new photographer, I feel like. And I feel like those are solid tips.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm saying, like, it's not like the BS tips that we're just telling. I think those are 3 things that definitely we implemented and we did ourselves. So that's solid. All right, so what's some photography trends you see? So I'm saying, what are some photography trends you see right now, like, that are shaping 2024, like, for photography?
That are shaping the year? Yeah. So what I would think is maybe, like, we'd have to dial back to, like, 2023, right? And then the people that I pay attention to when it comes to photography, and I'm more so, you know, focused on a lot of portrait work. Yeah. So let me think about, you know, trends that I see there. A lot of people are kind of getting more unorthodox about their approach to portrait work too, right? Yeah. Because the more polished looks aren't doing as well.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not doing as well.
It's not
right?
the cookie cutter.
Yeah, right?
It's not really, yeah.
And that's kind of the difference between, like, you know, what you see, you know, new photographers, and you see, like, a photographer who's been, you know, featured in big magazines, Vogue.
They're pushing the line.
Yeah, they're pushing the line, right? It's not something that you're just going to come in and shoot it. You're going to polish it. You're going to heavily retouch it. It's this pink shirt on this pink backdrop, right? You kind of, the trends that I've been seeing is people, like, kind of crossing over into something that's a little bit more edgy, something a little bit more daring, right? Yeah. And I think that's the work that 2024 is gonna replicate. I think a lot of people, especially because people don't, like, Instagram isn't pushing photography the same way it used to push photography. Yeah. So people's attention span is kind of changed.
So you
gotta hit them with something that's different.
Go over the top.
Precisely, bro. And I think that's what's gonna make the difference maker, and the people that are gonna stand out in 2024, bro, is the people who are gonna push the limit, kind of change from the norm, the prim and proper, and kind of move into something a little bit more edgy with their work.
Facts. Yeah. That's facts. I think gels. I think gels are. I mean, like, for sure. I mean, we seen a few people.
Yeah.
I mean, especially owning a studio.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so like almost every photographer now is coming up to you like, oh, do you have this gel, this gel?
But we saw at the bottom of 2023 how gel work is kind of becoming like a little.
Yes, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm saying, I think gels are gonna be major. And I was even watching a Lindsay Adler video she recently dropped, and she was saying how, like, I think the title of the video even was like, yo, how gels are taking over the fashion industry, like fashion photography industry. And I'm like, oh snap, like, okay.
And you got some people who are really in their bag with gel lighting, though.
Chad Lawson,
Lindsay Adler, Chad Lawson. These are people who are in their bag with that gel lighting. You feel me? It's some people who kind of test it out, kind of dip and dabble. But you get in your bag with that gel lighting, bro.
No, for sure.
Because it's simple.
But
it's simple
really
when
know.
Exactly.
You gotta. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The gels really get crazy when you know how to use your trigger. And that camera.
Precisely.
That trigger is a huge component of it. Knowing your groups.
Because I mean, if it's 2024 and you still don't know, you don't understand grouping. You're still shooting, and it's like, okay, everything is, even if it's manual, you still gotta understand, like, how to separate these lights.
Exactly.
Yeah. Facts. Exactly. But gel's gonna take over, bro.
Yeah, gel. I see gel work taking over 2024 for sure. But
again, that's what I was talking to. It's like it's not the basic portraiture.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think you can go in the studio. I mean, you can. I'm not gonna say you can't, but I think you can't just go in the studio anymore and kind of just shoot with the umbrella.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I think. And like on a regular background, big umbrella, just
not if you expect your work to stand out, especially in our space, because everybody has a different space, right? I mean, photography is vast.
Yeah, facts.
Right? And people kind of fall into different lanes, right? Especially when it comes to the nuances of culture, right? So if you want to stand out in this space, you're gonna have to jump into those bags of where your work is gonna catch people's eye as soon as they're scrolling on their timeline, because everybody's experiencing the work in the same way now. It's on Instagram,
on IG,
right?
Yeah.
And of course, as a lover of photography, I hate that's how people are experiencing the work.
To the phone,
right? Because we experience our photographs
on a screen,
because we tether most of our shoots. Right, so we're experiencing this in the way that you're supposed to experience a photograph.
You've seen all this detail, this rich detail.
Exactly.
Like, dang,
yeah. Because I mean, when somebody posts this what,
on this little phone,
bro, no, you're not even seeing what I'm really capturing here, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the fact that is the way that most people are experiencing this now, you have to go the extra mile to make somebody stop scrolling and pay attention to what it is that you're putting out. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, no, that's facts.
Yeah, and that's a challenge for photographers. I mean, if you want to get comfortable, I don't really see you rising to the top of the space.
Yeah, that's facts. Also, another one I see is like these lifestyle shoots.
For sure,
I think lifestyle shoots have taken over.
And you know why, bro? Right? Because people who are regular people who it's not a big occasion, like maternity is a big occasion, people's weddings it's when it comes to the portrait space, of course, somebody's launching a brand, commercial space, like these are big things that people
want to capture
and they're willing to spend money.
Yeah.
But lifestyle shoot, people don't want to spend the $500, the $600, the $1,000 to get a quick couple lifestyle shots. Right? They're gonna spend $150, $200 a session. Right? And if you're a new photographer and you know how to work a speed light,
that's a bag right there.
That's an easy bag,
that's
bro.
That's a bag right there.
You can charge $150 a session.
A group of 8 friends going to Lil Baby or Rod Wave concert.
You can make $150 each friend.
Yeah, $150 per friend.
Easy
peasy. You're not even taking that many pictures. I think a gallery of that, this one look.
And I've seen a lot of experienced photographers kind of move into that space to make that quick buck.
Yeah, and I think it's even translating it's translating to a higher or it's translating to the celebrity crowd as well too.
Yeah.
Because if you look at what Royal Eyes did recently with Quavo,
Yeah.
so I'm saying those are pretty much lifestyle pictures, Quavo in the street, but it was still, it felt conceptual.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they had an old school whip. I think they were in Japan.
Yeah, they're in Japan.
So I'm saying, so it felt conceptual. That lifestyle, it's translating, to a higher audience. So that bag is real.
Especially, as people
saying?
kind of really leaning to wanting to be seen on Instagram in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're a photographer and, you're looking for a lane, especially when you're first starting out,
Yeah.
that's an opportunity right there,
For sure.
bro.
It's a simple retouch. As long as you know how to work a speed light, you have the right modifier on it.
Yeah. And it doesn't take, you don't have to have an expensive camera to do it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
posing is pretty straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward because, I mean, a lot of these shots are even candid shots that you could capture
Candid
too.
shots,
So you don't have to
just
think about it
very
too much.
natural.
Yeah.
Like, walk this way,
Yeah.
look off. Yeah.
Precisely, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, and then we've seen it at the end of 2023, like a lot of people hopped into this space, right? And I think as the summer rolls around, when a lot of people are going to parties, they're outside a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be prevalent a lot, especially and summer is like concert season, right?
Yeah,
Rolling
exactly.
Loud and all of that.
Precisely.
Everybody get fly. And
people
go
are
to
popping
those.
out, bro.
Yeah, and I think that's the bulk of where I see it. The dinner parties for women.
Yeah, and concerts.
And the concerts. Yeah,
Because you saw a Rod Wave concert, a lot of photographers stepped down and,
I mean, whole graphics, like, I'm finna be
yeah,
here, like,
promoting, yeah.
And we know somebody like Kwam. We done seen, like, how much Kwam spotlight visual, shout out to him. So I'm saying it's getting booked. You can see, like, he really has that on lockdown here. So
yeah, for sure.
that's a lane, definitely. That's definitely a trend.
It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to tap in and make a quick bag. Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
definitely a trend. 2024, it's gonna jump off some more.
Man.
Yeah, pay
Most
attention.
Definitely. All right. Who's an artist or some art you've like discovered recently? I found a fire photographer.
Yeah, who?
Yeah, his name is. I don't even want to butcher it. Let me just look it up on IG, man. Let me just look it up on IG, and he really inspired a lot of the things I've been shooting lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jack Bridgeland Studio.
Let me find, bro. Send it to me. Let me see.
I'm gonna send it to you on IG. So I'm saying I don't know, bro, name from Twilight, but
Oh, this is crazy.
yeah. So his work, I mean, I'll put a few pictures up on the screen, but his work stands out to me, like, and I've been incorporating like that harsh rim light you see that most of his images have, in a lot of shoots I've been doing lately. But I think the colors, the posing, so I'm saying, like, this is like when you talk about like standing out and like really hitting them. I think everything this man drops pretty much is like something that's like oh wow, like
Bro,
oh snap.
There's a photographer out of Atlanta, right? Does a lot of celebrity work, right?
Yeah.
This reminds me of his work for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I find it, I'm gonna send it to you. But bro, same type of work, right? Hold on. Yeah, I gotta find it. But no, bro's dope.
Yeah, work is crazy.
Bro's dope. You know, one thing that I see too, before we even like talk about work, you saw that that little video that Sarah had dropped for her maternity announcement,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of work like that is gonna go crazy in 2024 too, bro.
Like announcements.
Yeah,
Or
like
like maternity announcements.
not only maternity, right? Like a hybrid form of how you can capture content for people, right? Because people come in for portrait sessions, but it's another opportunity too if you can master like getting a quick video, a quick reel, like bro.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Because that's an easy upsell.
Yeah.
That's an easy upsell,
That's
bro.
the easiest upsell, bro.
Yeah,
It's
if you
not
could
gonna-
just
it's not
learn
gonna
how to
take you
put
no
some
time.
constant lights on a white background and light something properly, bro.
For sure, that's
Some
easy.
dynamic lighting.
Yeah,
Bro.
if you know the basics of editing a video and shooting a video, it's an easy starting off at 200
Easy, bro.
additional just for that video. 30
Yeah, and
second
then
high end reel.
now you kind of you upgrade your average session cost, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, where you can add on stuff like that, bro. And that's another tip for photographers, bro. If you're starting out, bro, learn how to to incorporate different services into your work to make more money
Facts.
at the end of the day, bro.
Facts.
So I'm saying, because we see a lot of photographers, you know, who do it. Like CMMG. I don't know if he does it for free or if he charges to do it during the sessions.
Every session, that boy Prophet gonna get him a video.
He gonna get him a video, yeah.
Yeah, facts.
I'm saying, and it's good
clean.
work. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's clean,
clean.
bro. Yeah, I'm saying. So if that's something that you can incorporate into your sessions, bro, yo, Oasis Imagery. Shout out to that boy, man. So I'm saying
his style,
his photography work, his video work right now, bro.
His style,
crazy cinematography. I love it, bro. Shout out to bro. His photography, the Spotlight series that he went on last year.
Yeah, crazy.
Inspired a lot of people. I saw a lot of people replicating that or trying to at least because that bag is
crazy. I think I drew inspiration from him for that shoot I did for Stella yesterday, actually, with the spotlight being
crazy,
down with the blue gel. Yeah,
I'm saying
I drew inspiration from him with that. That's what I was. Yeah, he slides with every time.
So I'm saying, bro. I think he relocated, but yeah. So I'm saying, work is crazy, man. Shout out to bro. We'll plug his Instagram too, but like, yeah, definitely. Sure. I'm saying something that's been like, inspired me even in 2023. And I can see myself taking that approach like with a lot of different things in 2024, right? And that's one thing I can say, like a lot of our work is inspired, right?
For sure.
A lot of our work is inspired.
And I think it's because we do a lot of conceptual work.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm saying I think a lot of our best shoots, the premise of them are concept.
Yeah.
So I'm saying there's a concept there, like, and there's something there's a story we're trying to tell with the image. There's a feeling we're trying to invoke. So I'm saying.
Yeah, because, it's like you said, 90% of our shoots are concept shoots.
Yeah.
I mean, for the exception of the things that we do that are, easier, like, birthday shoots and stuff like that. Those are a lot easier. And I will say this, a lot of our birthday shoots are concept shoots depending on, what the client wants.
What the client wants, yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's true. Facts. Yeah.
All right, that's facts. All right, so for some closing notes, again, you guys can follow us at 2711 Studios on IG.
Follow Rich Off Creating.
Rich Off Creating. That's our clothing and the name of the podcast now. Yeah. But yeah, we have a few shoots lined up this week, so we'll be back next week with another episode. Just to give you guys a recap on our week. Let us know in the comments any specific topics you guys want us to talk about. We don't withhold anything, any questions you guys have. And
this is the start of the year, so we got a lot of content coming for the rest of 2024. So it's an opportunity for both us to put some content out, and for you guys to get anything answered. If you could just drop comments.
Facts. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment,
for sure, tap in,
share. We appreciate it. Share with a creative. You think that could, just be inspired, use any of the game. All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Till next time, man. Y'all be safe.
Yo.